Hey everybody, this is Jeffrey Jansen. I am live to you tonight, October 14th, 2019. I told everybody I was going to go live tonight. Give me just a second so I can get on the road and make sure I don't get in a wreck or anything. I don't want to hit any dogs or anything like that. The reason why I'm going live connected here is because I had a friend that to my server. Okay, so Mo Smith, Donald, he was a friend of mine. He was an Army vet, believe it or not. And he was from Quincy, Illinois. I never served him. He's a lot older than me. But for years, ever since before my daughter was born, I met this guy. And he was just the nicest guy to me. Always wanted to come over, always hollering, always had something going on, always had a happy, nice thing to say. Sorry about my signal, everybody. That's my fault. My signal's gonna... I've got it on Wi-Fi, and my cheap Wi-Fi I bumped. So, why am I doing a tribute to Mo? And why does it matter? Well, here's Mo. The stuff I got from Mo. Mo was always telling me that with everything that I do, I needed to go to his neighborhood, and I needed to talk to the kids around town. Bigger one on here. I've got to turn it on. I just didn't turn it on. So, Mo. Back to Mo. And then I'm going to pull over, I'm going to park, and I'm going to do this whole thing so that y'all understand that whenever I talk with Mo, I'd let him get in my vehicle. I'd go up, buy him a beer. Actually, he usually wanted whiskey, so I get him a whiskey. No big deal. I got his will and everything done for him. Got him into fishing for freedom. You know, he went over to fishing for freedom, but his health was in peril at that. All right, sorry about that. I'm parked now, so the Wi-Fi should not mess up now. So, anyway, Mo got sick, and he didn't get a chance to go out on the river fishing, but he really, really appreciated fishing for freedom. He went over to our trap shoot that we had over in West Quincy Gun Club, and he had a great time doing it. Now, what a lot of people don't understand about the military is we come from all walks of life. You know, it doesn't matter who we are, where we're from. You know, a lot of us are Democrat, a lot of us are Republican, a lot of us are left, a lot of us are right. It doesn't matter. In the end, you know, we did what our country asked us to do. And, you know, we don't sit there and play games with our government. We just do what we're supposed to do. Because, by the way, most of us, when we go in, we're 18 years old. And Mo was one of those guys that went in and he wanted to change his stars. He wanted to change his future when he went in. How do I know that? Because he told me why he went in. He was afraid that he'd get caught up in the drugs and the violence and stuff like that. Mo, you know, he was a man of color. And after he got out and everything else, he did get into trouble. But you want to know something? He had the biggest heart. But when he got in trouble, it was because somebody was disrespecting somebody else. It was because people did not know how to respect each other. Mo, you know, he never had a mean thing to say to anybody, but he would defend anybody at any time. And he was just a really nice guy. And, you know, everybody I got to meet around him, from his family to his friends, I cannot distinguish between his family and friends. I'm not going to lie to you. Because Mo's family and friends all kind of intertwine like this. Okay? They have every shape, creed, color, background. You know, they got everywhere from military to guys getting in and out of jail. Mo had a very colorful life. But he had the biggest heart I knew. And I knew years ago, like I said, with my daughter's one, he always asked me how my daughter was. You know, he always asked me how my daughter's mother was. And it's kind of funny is because his attitude's what kind of kept me from overreacting or letting my PTSD set in and everything else. And, you know, for the most part, Mo he thought of his neighbors as family, and he always wanted to protect them and take care of them. He thought of me as family, always. You know, he always wanted me to talk to all the kids because I'm a Marine, and he wanted me to go around and talk to people. And so I think it should be something in Mo's name to do to help the kids around the community. And I'm going to think of some ideas. Mo was a good man. We lost a good man. You know, we lost somebody that wasn't perfect. You know, he never bragged he was. And now I said, when the good Lord takes me, the good Lord takes me. And I know about a month or a couple weeks before, you know, some idiot got into his house or whatever and beat him up while he was sick, mind you. Just somebody that shouldn't have done it. And that guy's going to jail now. But it goes to show that people that live a certain way, they want the best for their communities. And they're going to do whatever it takes So we have to be better than the drug dealers. We have to be better than the people that are violent. And Mo was. He always was. He stuck up for those that could not stick up for themselves. Whether it was when he was in the Army or when he got out later on. I'm going to miss Mo. Why am I going to miss Mo? Because you miss the most colorful people in your lives. We miss those that open our eyes to things that we normally wouldn't be able to open our eyes to. You know, when I tell people that they matter and they're important, I mean it. It probably comes from people like Mo, who every day I saw his struggles. I saw he just wished he had enough. He had enough money for beer, but also to go help people. It's an inside joke with Mo, by the way. And if somebody gets mad at me, I don't care. Because the thing about it is, Mo would be there for you. And, you know, I always wanted him to get back to fishing for freedom, and he always wanted to, but his health was an issue. And he was a good guy. And I don't know if my little broadcast here will make a difference in anybody else's life. But Mo never gave up, not to the day he died. He never gave up on people. He never gave up on himself. And he always pushed ahead. So Mo served in the Army. He served in areas of towns that were not the greatest. He was a man of color at a time where people were racist and prejudiced. He accepted everybody as his family. And when he died, you know, a piece of each one of us, or somebody get to know this very colorful man, you know, died along, you know, because it's going to hurt us. Why? Because somebody like Mo is what pushes everybody else to do more, to do better, to be better. And even though his way was not like some of us would do, it was still a good way. Because as long as you keep push forward, live outside your box, you know, do things that others refuse to do, be somebody that others refuse to be, go that extra mile, go the extra distance, not worry about what your health is or what's going on, just be there. And one of the last things Mo did ask me to do, he asked me if there's anything I could do to help the people get away from drugs and violence. And, you know, he doesn't want the kids in his area or anybody that he ever knows to succumb to what him and his brother succumbed to. And I'm talking about us growing up. And, you know, just a really nice guy. He never asked anything of me. All he wanted was my friendship. Mo, you've always had my friendship. You will always have my friendship. Granted, sometimes when I have a panic and I couldn't find you and I had to figure out your real name, even though I have it. Donald. You're going to be missed, my friend. And any of my friends that die or anything else, I'm going to let people know how great they are. They're not great because they were perfect. They're great because they were not perfect. They're great because they lived outside the box. They were great, you know, Mo's great because he went that extra mile when everybody else didn't. Mo was great because he could not get rid of his demons, but he made sure nobody else. Be better every single day. That's Mo's word. Just be better. Jeff, if you could do something for me, I'd really appreciate it. You need to reach out to these kids and you need to teach them so they can grow up. I'm like, okay, Mo. Mo was one of the few people that actually asked me to do something. How I'm going to do it, I don't know yet. What I'm going to do, I don't know yet. Or if even I can do anything. My daughter's in that neighborhood. She's got a good family. She's got a good mom. She's got a good sister. But, like I said, Mo Smith, may you rest in peace, my friend. And know that who you are is going to stick with all of us. Anybody that knew you. Anybody that knows Uncle Mo. Because that's all we need to know. Uncle Mo. The guy that never backed down. So raise your glasses, raise your beer, raise your water, raise whatever it is, and salute to my friend Uncle Mo, who passed on a couple weeks ago, who I just found out. May the angels smile upon you, and may no pain ever be with you ever again, my friend. I'm going to make sure people all know they matter, and Mo, you mattered to me. Whatever was going on, you mattered to me. My daughter thought the world of you. Her little sister thought the world of you. Her mom thought the world of you. You can see Teresa in heaven now because Teresa passed on a little bit before you, a couple weeks before you. My daughter's grandmother, who you knew, Mo, and she thought the world of you too. So for all those that you don't know Uncle Mo, now you do. So Uncle Mo, this one's to you, my friend. God bless. Watch down over us, because we've got a long fight ahead, but we're not about to give up. Thank you for being my friend, Mo. Thank you for being in the Army. Thank you for blessing us all with who you are. So tonight, this one goes out to you. God bless everybody, and know that each and every one of you matters. If you can, say a prayer for Uncle Mo. He passed on a couple weeks ago, and he was a really, really good guy. He was a godsend, believe it or not.
Hold on, little girl. Show me what he's done to you. Stand up, little girl. A broken heart can't be that bad when it's through. It's through.
See you, Mom.
Make the twist of both of you. So come on, baby. Come on over. Let me be the one to show you who
Mo would probably play that for every woman that walked by. He's the only guy I knew could holler at the old and young alike and love every single woman around. Seriously. If I got to be reasonable real quick without getting off here for everybody that's left, seriously, Mo could sit on his porch and he could holler at any woman that walked by at any time. He literally thought all women were great. Most confident guy I ever saw. Too bad we all can't get some of the confidence of somebody like that. Easy peasy. Bye, everybody.